Who are some late round running back steals you're targeting this year?
Yeah, look, for me, my first guy is Nyheim Hines. And this is somebody that I actually really love to target. Okay. This guy, I took him in the 10th round in a dynasty draft. He's going even later in a redraft format. But
I like it.
If you want to know the reasons why, is because, as you know, I'm not the biggest Jonathan Taylor fan, and I believe this is going to be a split backfield all around. Yes, Jonathan Taylor probably would be getting the majority of the carries, but Nyheim Hines is not the guy that's taking the carries. He's actually taking all the receptions. Okay, Nyheim Hines was a third in receiving yards in 2021. I don't know or 2020. I don't know if you know that.
Can we do a Nyheim Hines take where we don't devalue Jonathan Taylor though?
I'm just saying.
I agree. I'm on board, but let's stop devaluing Jonathan Taylor. I love him.
I'm just saying, but yeah, look. He had the 3 highest receiving yards in 2020. He also averaged 12 points per game. There's nearly 5 targets per game as well.
That's PPR, hey.
Yeah, with a 10th round pick, I mean, there's no doubt about it. If you need depth on your team, if you need someone that can come in and that can guarantee you at least 10 points per game. He's averaged, I think, almost 12 points per game actually. He averaged 12 points. Nyheim Hines.
Could Nyheim Hines be this year's J.D. McKissick?
He could be. I think I don't see any, especially with the Carson Wentz news and everything. I'm assuming Nyheim Hines will be the safety blanket now, not Jonathan Taylor. It's Nyheim Hines.
I think Jonathan Taylor still has a role in the passing game, but I get it. And I love it. I love the take. I'm all on board. What I'm not on board with is devaluing Jonathan Taylor with the take, okay? Because they're both going to be good. One of the best offensive lines in the league, okay? And Nyheim Hines showed how talented he was last year. I believe he's still going to be involved. Yeah. I like the take, bro. I respect it.
Thanks, man.
All right. My late round running back that I'm targeting this year is Gus the Bus Edwards.
Bombing like a diamond.
He's going in as the RB43 this year. That's right. There are 42 running backs that people are drafting before Gus Edwards this year. Okay. He signed a 2-year extension with the Ravens in the offseason, which to me shows that they value him in this offense very much. From weeks 8 to 17 last year. Okay. Keep in mind, those first 7 to 8 weeks, for whatever reason, they were trying to make Mark Ingram the guy again. They're trying to get him involved. Yeah. It was very clear that Mark Ingram, he's just not that guy anymore. But from weeks 8 to 17 onwards, we saw a very clear attempt from the Ravens to make J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards a 2-headed monster backfield, okay? From that timeline, weeks 8 to 17, Gus Edwards was the running back 20 in PPR formats, okay?
Right.
Running back 20. I believe this is a trend that continues into next season. To get him as the RB43 is criminal, in my opinion. The Ravens run the ball more than any other team in the NFL. 555 rush attempts last year, people. That is 35 rushing attempts per game. I see that number staying the same. Maybe Lamar takes less attempts and they give more to JK and Gus Edwards. And the last thing I'll say on this is, if J.K. Dobbins gets injured, we don't want that to happen.
Absolutely
but if he was to get injured, Gus Edwards would be an automatic top 15 running back each week.
You know, I've been thinking about this lately because I do have J.K. Dobbins in my Dynasty League. And I was thinking, what if that's not the case? Purely because, this team was one-dimensional last year. They couldn't throw the ball. It was all about the run game. Rashad Bateman purely by himself really does open up this offense. Yeah. So if Rashad Bateman does take the relief off of Lamar and of J.K. Dobbins, wouldn't J.K. Dobbins or can J.K. Dobbins continue to get more of the touches and not Gus Edwards? Because they probably won't run the ball as much.
I think what you're missing is that there was no passing game last year. So Rashad Bateman is coming in to help nothing. There was nothing. He's filling a big role. It's not like they need to take away from the run game. They need to add a passing game. They don't need to take away from the run game. Run game was fine. They need to add a passing game that people are worried about. That way the play action actually works. People are like, oh, they actually could throw the ball here. And again, I think many teams in the NFL, you're starting to see, they want the 2 dynamic running backs. They want the Nick Chubb.
Yeah.
They want the Kareem Hunt. That's teams are doing that.
A lot of teams are doing that. Absolutely.
Yeah. So there could be value. I mean, you can get this guy really late. If he's my RB4, I'm cheering. I'm cheering all day long.
Okay. Speaking about, that Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, Nyheim Hines, Jonathan Taylor role, this is a guy that I believe can also fill in that role, and that's Kenneth Gainwell in Philly.
I like it. I like it.
There's a lot of reports of him coming out and saying that, this offensive coordinator, Shane, I don't want to butcher his last name, but he's coming out of the Los Angeles Chargers there with Austin Eckler and all those guys. He wants to use a double running back set, running back by committee. Yep. Okay, yes, Miles Sanders is high on my list, but so is Kenneth Gainwell. He's actually going undrafted. Okay, yeah. He's running back 58 currently. If I can get him, just like you said, as my, RB4, RB5, with the expectations of him getting targets, maybe playing like a Darren Sproles role, somebody that can come in and get, some screen passes, some dump off passes. He's really small, swifty. When we were scouting him, Zach and I, we loved him.
Yeah,
we loved Kenneth Gainwell. We was like, this. I think one of the teams that we saw him going to was the Eagles, if I'm not mistaken. Playing that role, the one comparison that we had was a Darren Sproles type S player. Yeah. So I think that this offense, especially with his offensive coordinator, once again coming from LA, he wants to use that Austin Eckler type role. Miles Sanders maybe can play the Melvin Gordon role with Austin Eckler being the Kenneth Gainwell, or vice versa.
I like it. I think there will be probably a lot of dump off passes because I'm not a fan of Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
So I imagine there being dump off passes in this offense.
This one probably for me is a deep dive. I'm not saying that he is going to do anything from week one, but I do potentially see this offense probably in the middle of the season just starting to open up the playbook, starting to give Kenny Gainwell an opportunity. Because Miles Sanders, I think, second to last year, so they probably want to see what they can really be doing with him or not do. Saying, you know what, Miles can't do this. Let's get Kenneth Gainwell in here and see what happens.
Yo, what's good? Thanks for watching. We got a lot more videos.
A lot more.
If you want more videos,
watch it.
You can also subscribe
right now
if you want to.
You need to.
And lastly, don't forget that you can sign up to support the show and get exclusive content by going to patreon.com/fantasylandfam.